Hi, so this is the response to chapter 9 and 10 of the textbook for this class, as well as the soft chalk lesson and the response to the article. So, a big thing that I, got from this is never judge a book by its cover. I found this really helpful, and it kind of shed some light on how teachers could potentially damage relationships in the classroom by assuming because of someone's or their family's income. A couple of things that I took away from the article was, asking the questions, or reading, not the questions, it lists the myth that teachers all often think of when they hear poverty, and then it reading the fact and stating, how this isn't true. And it got me thinking that these are good questions or myths that I should have somewhere to keep in mind. So that way when a particular student's struggling and I'm like, oh, it's because, his family's not doing well, I can see that and go, okay, no, it's not, it's something else. And then also as well, the steps of what we can do. I thought was really helpful at the end of the article, just to list some different ways that we as teachers can use to help lessen the stereotype in our classrooms. And then an experience I had with this, I've kind of disappointed myself in saying this, but also at the same time, I'm glad that, I experienced this because now I can grow from it and I realize that mistake. So with my middle school band placement, the middle school directors get 2 elementary schools in the district. And the 2 that I'm at are John Harris and Susan B. Anthony, which are 2 totally different schools, demographically and also by class. John Harris is known to be a wealthier part or wealthier elementary school, so more middle upper class attend to John Harris, whereas Susan B. Anthony is middle to lower class, and the poverty there is more than at John Harris. One thing, I went into this thinking that I was going to have more issues at Susan B. Anthony than John Harris, and it's the other way around. I have actually connected more with the kids at Susan B. Anthony better than I have with the kids at John Harris, because I don't know. I think it's because of, what we talked about in the soft chalk lesson, where I just made those relationships with those students at Susan B, where I have less behavior issues when we do full band and when we do lessons. And I get to joke around with them more a little bit. Sometimes we do those focused, and that's typical in a classroom, and we get back on track. But I think I've had more behavior issues at John Harris, which is I'm glad that we are doing this, because then I'm seeing the difference in how I can fix it at John Harris. So I think my next steps at John Harris to help reduce some of the behaviors, at least develop some relationships. Develop relationships, excuse me. I'm a little tired from Easter weekend and having a break. Develop relationships with those students there as well. I've started it. It's getting better. But, keep going and developing more, and also having a little bit more fun with the John Harris kids. I joke around with my Susan B. Anthony kids, and even at Patrick Henry too, every once in a while. I'll make a joke if I missed a cue or if I messed up conducting, I'm like, whatnot. I'm like, okay, yeah, I messed up. Okay, let's keep going on. But I think at John Harris to help with that, developing the relationships. But reading the article on poverty was really big because that kind of opened my eyes to the stereotype that I had going into student teaching, especially between John Harris and Susan B. Anthony. Thinking that it was going to be easier at John Harris than it was at Susan B. Anthony, but it's actually the other way around. I've had more issues at John Harris than I have at Susan B. Anthony. So those were just some of the few things I've took away from the soft talk lesson and also the article. I hope you had a fantastic Easter, and we will catch up sometime later. Bye.